this movie theater change that we're seeing. Do you think that this will be durable? Is this HBO Max thing going to be the new standard, or is this just a COVID exception?
I don't think we're going back to theaters. I don't think it's ever going to be the way it was. Lots of people like me, and I think lots of people would prefer to just watch it at home. Like, we have big enough TVs, surround sound systems. Like, I can walk and get an 80-cent soda from my fridge instead of a $6 one. And I'm in the comfort of my home. I can pause, I can resume. Like, there's so many benefits to doing it.
If we're comparing, it's going to move up market. I think it's going to become a more luxurious experience with sort of pods, like opera boxes with better seats, table service. Like, we have
that's the theater I go
LA,
to.
the higher end theaters are doing that, and it's fucking great. I mean, I love it. I think
if you compare apples to apples, then the theater's just better. Like, because traditionally, what I've had to compare the theater to was that, like, hey, you can buy the film from like Amazon Prime today, or you can go to the theater, and it's like, how much is it? $20. I'm like, fuck. I don't want a $20 digital release when I could just like take a girl to a movie and like it'll be a date, it'll be a whole thing. It'll be an evening.
Cut the whole of popcorn, and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's dark in there. No need for pretext. We'll just pull it out. But I like the theater. I like the gigantic screen. I like the crazy rumbling audio. I don't like being in the theater with other people unless it's a comedy. It's fun to watch a comedy with a big group of people or a sporting event. One time we went and watched a UFC fight live in a movie theater, and we're all cheering, and there were some people who were not Conor McGregor fans, and they were watching their guy get his ass beat, and it was just like, yeah, our guy's winning. It felt good.
It felt good. It was so great
out in the theater.
That Conor McGregor fight, Conor won, but he didn't win every second of it. So different guys had their moments, and it added to it.
Eddie Alvarez? Is that
no? It was the short American wrestler.
Oh yeah, I thought that was Eddie Alvarez.
He did steroids. He got busted for it, and it wasn't Eddie Alvarez.
I
not really narrowing it down.
But yeah, I like watching comedies with big groups of people because everybody's laughing. I'll never forget watching Jackass when I was a kid in theaters.
Oh yeah,
everybody's melting down, and watching Borat.
Bro,
for the first
Dumb
time.
and Dumber opening weekend when I was a kid. Dumb and Dumber had moments where we were, I think, 94, so I was like 14. I mean, what a great age for Dumb and Dumber. And we were fucking rolling in the aisles in groups of people. During Dumb and Dumber. I mean, when he fucking...
That's exactly how Borat was for me. I think I was like 15 or 15 when that came out, and I saw it with my dad. And like, it was the absolute funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Seeing Borat in the theater really would take it to the next level in terms of what you could get away with.
You know how usually like that age, like I'm 14, my dad's obviously an adult. Like if we're watching something that I think is hilarious, he's like, this is a little fun, a little stupid. If I'm watching something that he thinks is funny, it's like, I'm too young. I don't get any of these references. Like that was a perfect mashup. Like there was enough in it that was just like, I'm sure there were references that if I watched again, like I would get, but it was mostly just like, I'm going to talk silly and make you look stupid.
This is my Mankini. It was Chad Mendes, by the way.
Yes.
Chad. Did you see the new Borat? It was pretty. It was interesting.
I didn't see it. Mixed reviews around here.
It stunk.
I didn't make it all the way through, man. I didn't like all of the scripted stuff, and it felt like I didn't like him in the other costumes. There was a couple of gags where, like, I don't know, he's getting his daughter an abortion. Well, what he's trying to do is get a cake topper taken out of his daughter's stomach because she's accidentally eaten it, but he's calling it a baby, and he's saying that he put it in there. So there's a big confusion between him and the doctor, and it's like, I remember I literally audibly went, "Ha!" And that's as close as I got to laughing at the new Borat movie. I couldn't do it.
It didn't feel nearly as organic. Like there were situations you could watch in the first one where you're like, either that guy is the best actor of all time, or he has just been surprised by this strange foreigner.
Well, see, the first one came along with lawsuits and shit. Like those
the first one was real crazy.
Those people, a lot of them, no one knew who Borat was, really. Yeah. I mean, I did because I had Lithuanian roommates, and they were huge into the Ali G show, and so like they were showing me this shit on their PC. They'd illegally downloaded it. I don't know where else you would get it back in 2011 or whatever. And
that's hilarious. I was watching the Ali G show when it was new in 2001 when I was in college. That was the funniest shit ever. Ali G show was crazy. It was on at the same time as Chappelle's show. It was at the same like period, and it was like those two things were on, and both those shows were like, holy shit, this is on television. It's fucking
but a
crazy.
lot of the people that were on that are in the first Borat movie were like suing them. I think at one point he gets like picked up by like some frat guys in like a motorhome, and he either gets them to talk about some gay stuff or do some gay stuff, and like they didn't realize they were about to be in a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, they're like in a camper van. He's like, "So you play with each other sometimes naked time." It's like, yeah, dude, we get naked with chicks all the time, bro. But it's like they edit it to be like, yeah, we get naked with each other all the time, like just like fucking with them clearly. I liked when he goes, what was he singing? That like bastardized national anthem at that Texas rodeo.
The rodeo, yeah.
Nobody is having it. Even the guy like in the lead up guy's like, I don't know where you're from, but I know I don't like where you're from. Like,
Talking in theaters, I think, should be like a fucking traffic ticket. Like I wish that were policed. I wish there was a dude in there in the back, like watching.
Bringing a baby to a movie because
a non-baby
movie.
Babysitter.
Do not do that. Don't do. I literally hate. If it is the biggest thing when I go to movies. If I see someone and I hear that little baby crying, like that, those parents deserve to not be there. All right, like literally, you can't find a babysitter. Don't come to the theater. Don't ruin it for 100+ people because you can't find a babysitter.
I'll even cut them a little slack if they're giving it full effort, right? Like if your baby starts to fuss and you say, "Oh, well, I need to remove my baby and I from here." Like, bam. And then 30 seconds later, you're whatever on the other side of the door trying to get it to stop crying. I'll let that go. You know, like I'm okay with that. Like that's a full. It's the parents that are just like, "Oh, don't worry, she'll cry herself out." No, I'm worried. Get your fucking kid out of here.
Oh, yeah, I don't like either. If I'm going to see fucking the Joker movie, which is rated R, and someone trots in with their 1 or 2 year old who's going to be throwing fits, or at the very least, like throwing popcorn and shit around, like they should be in jail.
I'm extending it to like
for life
restaurants and such too,
for
right?
Life.
If your kid's annoying, then like do something about your kid immediately. Like that's an emergency situation. Don't just expect all of us to tolerate it too.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, here's a good one. Something that's not illegal that should, and this does not apply to all the UK and Europe people who are like, but I bike everywhere. That's how I get around. I just bike everywhere. No, I live in fucking Missouri. And if you bike on the roads here, on wood roads, and it causes traffic. Road? So like a road through like a wooded area. Okay. So it's like up and down and back and forth. And there's a place I drive through often that is wooded up and down, back and forth. You know, it's a erratic road, and there will be bikers on this shit. And it's to the point that like, it's not like it's the dotted yellow line or dotted white line, whatever, that you can go around and circle around them. It's like, it's too erratic for that. You can't. And so there have been times I've been stuck in like an extra 10-15 minutes of traffic on these roads because there is 1 or 2 bikers at the front slowing down an enormous procession of people trying to get through. Those people should be put in jail.
Are they taking more road than they have to?
No. But it's like it's a 2-lane road through a wooded area.
I follow, but if they're
You know who else?
If they're on that tiny shoulder, you can usually squeeze by.
No, you in these situations you cannot.
Okay.
If you want to squeeze by them because the road is so erratic, you risk getting clipped by an oncoming car that you didn't previously see, or you risk accidentally hitting them and then yourself going to jail for some sort of recklessness. And that's why I fucking hate bikers here. I don't know what I don't know what the fuck happens in Germany and the UK where they're all close enough that they can do that, but here shit is so far away. Bikers are the fucking worst. You are taking up a whole fucking lane a lot of the time. Even if you pretend you're onto the side of it, you're not really just on the side. You're monopolizing the entire area, and you're like a toddler. You're like a toddler. You're outsourcing entire responsibility for your safety onto your surroundings. You're just enjoying your bike ride, and we have to assume responsibility for your safety. and assume the lack of time or the time we're going to lose because of this. It's fucking bullshit. I hate it. And so I'll say Midwest biking, you can go fuck yourself. You should be in jail. You should be in a harsher prison than where Kyle went to. You should be where fucking snow came from.
Where the chomos are.
Where the chomos
I'm like, this guy?
Here we go. My turn. This is who should be in jail. The people who don't know how to pull over when there's an ambulance coming. The people that decide to stop in the middle of the road on whatever lane they're in because they hear that. These are the other people that should go to jail. When there is a massive median in the middle with trees and all this shit, keep going. You don't need to pull over for an oncoming one. I hate the people that just everybody pulls over when there's a massive median in the middle. Well, rules say this, but common sense says that there is no way that they're going to utilize this side of the fucking road. I understand if it's a 5-lane road where the middle lane is the median and you can drive on that. But if there's trees and there's a sidewalk and that, no point in doing that. Those people should be in jail today.
I would much rather go to a friend's house who had a nice indoor theater than go to any public theater and take that dice roll of whether or not there's going to be some loud asshole next to me.
Dude, we have a good one too. Oh, ours is really good.
Let me quickly describe mine. So this one's good for if I don't want IMAX. It's closer than my old one. It's 40 minutes away in Athens, and you walk in a door. There's no one there. You swipe your card at a machine to buy your tickets. It takes it's like boop, boop, boop. It's faster than the airport check-in thing. It's $8 a ticket, and there's no lines. There's nobody fucking there. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Here's what makes mine special. You go in and you buy a seat. It's a little more than a normal movie theater, maybe like $10 a seat. But you don't just buy a ticket like that. You have an assigned seat now. You're in G15. And you get there, and it's like the nicest Leatherman lazy boy that you've ever sat in. It has an electronic button on it that like puts it into the recline phase if you want.
Is it an AMC theater?
No, I don't think so. I hadn't heard of it before. Maybe Rodeo. I'm not even sure. And then like it has a table that goes across the front. The air conditioning is so powerful in it. People bring blankets, and like they pull up the center. They bring blankets. They cuddle up and they watch a movie together. And it was a normal movie. I think it was like Star Wars or something. And,
all right, they all try to come on the floor, for decency's sake.
Dude,
you try not to hit the guy next to you.
Well, it's easier to just stay erect in a public area with your feet elevated, keep that blood flowing down, as you recline. Does yours have a button that you can press on the armrest? Because the one you're describing exactly like the one that I go to usually, but they have like a button you can hit and then order food or beer or soda or whatever you want, and they bring it to you.
I didn't order that level of food, but I think that it is there, and it's called the Raleigh Grande, and I'm trying to get like images of it or something for this show.
You know what I've been doing lately? The food I've been sneaking in. Maybe I already told you guys, but I go to like Moe's or Chipotle and get one of those big fucking chicken burritos, and I've been sneaking in a whole Moe's burrito. So like I have the girl put it in her purse. So we get in there, we get our burritos out, unwrap them, tearing aluminum foil, which is a sound you should never be hearing in a theater. I'm like, tear it quietly. Don't let anybody hear you unraveling. Yeah. And like by
here all of a sudden.
By the time the previews are over, I'm chowing down into my delicious Chipotle burrito. Got my big gulp there and my Snickers. It's a great time.
That's fortunate that she lets you put burritos in her purse.
Her burrito's in there too?
Well, if she brings a burrito, she'd be mean to not accept yours.
Everybody gets a burrito. Come with Kyle. Everyone gets a burrito. Burritos to go around. Yeah, that's what I do. Like I'm on the way to the movies, I plan it out so I can stop at Moe's, get the burritos, put them in the bag, roll it up real good. I bring the chips and the queso too. And I try to get in there where it's assigned seating and it's like at the IMAX where it's so fucking big that I can be like, all right, nobody's around. Let's get the burritos out. But yeah, that's made movies so much better because I always eat when I watch TV or movies. I got to have my food.
If you go to what's your ranking on? Because maybe there's one close to you. There's Moe's, Chipotle, and Qdoba, whatever the fuck it's called. Those are the three I know of. What's your ranking?
So there's a Willie's Mexican Grill, I think, and they have this garlicky chicken, and then they have this other like really spicy marinated chicken. That's pretty good, but I think I like Moe's better because they got queso, but Chipotle is just as good if I'm being honest. I like Moe's and Chipotle about the same.
I feel like Chipotle has like better quality meat than Qdoba. I don't really go to Moe's very often, but Qdoba has the like spicy hot queso it puts on there, which hot queso, that's going to put you over the top. The fact that Chipotle doesn't have that yet, or at least I haven't been to one in like 6 months because they didn't have fucking queso last time I went. And if you have opened a Mexican restaurant, you can't just go, ooh, guac, no. Ah, queso, gross. Like, no, you have to have everything. Or people won't go there, especially not if there's little poop particles giving people E. coli in your tomatoes.
I love those burritos so much. I'm looking into buying a burrito steamer right now. It seems like
that they put down
and then make the burrito all like sticky and stretchy and pliable, so you fucking roll that shit.
Well,
up.
it's $3,000. It takes up a lot of counter space and it has one use.
I was ready to pull the trigger on a pretty nice burrito steamer, pretty much like what they use at Moe's. But then I read someone who said that a vegetable steamer is better. That it's just a stovetop vegetable steamer thing that'll steam it and make it all stretchy. And I think that thing's like $12 or something. So
how much was the high quality steamer?
Oh my God, they start at $80 and go up to like $250 for like just a regular thing for your kitchen top, and like another $380 for like the top of the line thing or whatever.
That doesn't sound crazy to me. Like I feel like an ice cream maker, a bread maker, they're all in that same price range.
They are. It's just like I can see bread.
Like, if you really get into
bread,
it,
you're going to be eating a lot of bread. Bread has a lot of utility. You can use it for toast in the morning. You can use it for a sandwich in the afternoon. You can use it for whatever at night. A tortilla is like you go 3 meals in a row and you start to feel like some weird invalid with OCD where you're just constantly steaming new tortillas and just eating burritos.
And we've got so many stupid appliances anyway. Like we've got like the Keurig thing, and then a regular coffee pot, and then an espresso maker. And then, but then, like, I really like fried food, so I've got a big, like, deep fryer sitting there, too, that kind of has a basket that you lower down into it. And then there's the mixer over. There's really just not enough counter space for us to have a burrito steaming station at this point. So yeah. I think I'm going to get the stovetop thing.
That
but I really like this.
Much better spent on the deep fryer, because that's something that's neat to have.
I replace the oil regularly because sometimes I do sweet stuff. You batter just about anything in the pancake batter, and then just fry that shit. Snickers bars, Twinkies, ice cream, butter, Oreos, anything. So good. An Oreo on the inside, when you bite in, it turns the Oreo cookie into like a melty chocolatey goo. So
I've never had anything like that. I've never had deep fry, whatever.
You never had fried Oreo?
Mentioned.
So good.
I've never even seen it.
Oh.
I don't. Good. Honestly, I'd rather have a regular Oreo.
Because honestly, the only deep fried thing I can think of is like French fries and like McNuggets.
Those aren't battered. Well, McNuggets are. So you take your Snickers and then you roll it in pancake batter with like a stick stuck in it, and then you fry it in the oil, and it turns it into this like a you've had funnel cakes, right?
It's been a while, but yes.
Yeah, it's like a funnel cake wrapped around whatever else there was, but now whatever else there was is all melty and gooey, encased in funnel cake. It's really delicious and terrible for you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Terrible.
Yeah, this does not sound healthy.
Because I like to get the powdered sugar out and powdered sugar on there, maybe some frosting, some chocolate syrup, whatever.
New topic?
I'm hungry now. Well, I'm kind of.
I don't know. Fried desserts is pretty. My grandpa used to eat fried bologna sandwiches all the time.
Yeah, I've done that. It's better fried. Bologna is a meat that is definitely improved by frying it, because then it looks kind of like you put some effort into it.
It takes it from, if you just get like that big tube of bologna and you slice it into slices, it just looks weird and almost not like real food. If you fry it, it almost tricks you into being like, oh, could that be salami? Oh, I'll believe it is. And then you eat it like that because it looks a little darker and it curls up.
I'll never forget the little awkward moment I had with this old lady at a grocery store one time. I was buying some bologna for my dad. My dad gives it to our dogs. He buys that Oscar Mayer bologna in like the package, and he'll tear off a little bit, and it's like treats for his dogs. And so I'm buying this stuff. And in my opinion, bologna like that in that package is just not fit for human consumption. I don't eat it. I wouldn't eat it. I would pass it up even if I were hungry because I just feel like it's low grade meat and I don't want it. And so I'm picking out this Oscar Mayer bologna, and there's this old lady next to me. And she's like, oh, she gets herself a package as well. She's like, I love this bologna. Put it on a sandwich with a little mustard and a little mayonnaise. Real good. And without even thinking, I went, we feed it to our dogs. We feed it to our dogs. And then I was just like, ugh. And I just turned
had to walk away.
Just had to walk away.
My Social Security doesn't give me enough to buy real meat. I have to have bologna and little bits of whatever fucking. I couldn't think of a dog food brand. God damn it. Purina.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad, but it was the truth. It was just like, we don't eat this shit. We just feed it to dogs.
Yeah, it's not a very good looking meat. I think it's kind of the same story as like government cheese, though. Where like my grandparents grew up both dirt poor, like didn't have running water or electricity poor in southern Missouri, and so they ate meat that they hunted and really, really cheap stuff. And so now it's almost like they have a like for really, really cheap stuff because they remember it fondly. Just like government cheese, a lot of people got given that, and a lot of people, like if you look up on the internet, there's a ton of government cheese recipes that people like, and they still want it because they grew up eating it. Like,
what's life like without running water?
Like, you have to go to a spigot that's a little further away on the farm, and then pump it out into a pail, and then carry it back, and then dump it into a big bath thing, and then go do it again. And it sounded horrible.
My father-in-law grew up in a cold water flat, so he had running water, but only cold. And he was not a fan. He thought warm water was nice.
Warm water is nice. Yeah. It doesn't ever come out of the ground warm unless you live in like Idaho or Utah or one of those mountain places.
I know that we're just really babied and sensitized by our modern conveniences. But look, I just don't want to live on without hot water. I just don't. I don't think I want to survive in a world that doesn't have hot water in it.
Really?
Like long term, if you tell me that like for the rest of my life there'll never be another hot shower, like, I guess maybe I could rig up some sort of windmill powered thing heated by the sun, or we could boil some water and have it pressurized or something. Have somebody outside pumping some bellows or something, I guess, to make like a jacuzzi. Like I guess we could make that. But barring that, if you tell me that no, it's going to be rough from now on. We're going to live inside this house. They're outside. We can't even show any signs of life. No hot water. We'll just be filthy and give ourselves cold like sponge baths. You know what?
Just kill me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go out there and face whatever that is and just see what comes of it.
I have a friend that makes a big deal, or used to, about taking cold showers, being like, oh, yeah, I only take cold showers in the morning. It really perks me up, gets me ready. I feel better, feel healthier. There's studies that show fucking whatever I looked up that I wanted to find out. And I just don't understand it. I've had to take cold showers out of necessity before, and yeah, it wakes you up faster, but it doesn't put you in a better mood for the day. It makes me upset and angry, and the whole time, like I'm shaking, and like my hair's all lathered up, and I like stand under there for like 2 seconds, and they go, it has to be out of there by now, right? No, not even close. Shit. Okay. And then you have to try and rinse it off again.
Than mine, because like
I take a cold shower. You spent a life in cold water, Woody.
Yeah, you're like, I'm talking about you get out of your warm, deliciously comfy bed, and then you get up, and already it's morning, so you're upset, and so you have to go into the bathroom.
I love how you just hate every morning.
Every morning is upset.
Every morning.
Every morning is a little bit upsetting.
The sun's up already?
That's like not what I'm looking for.
You know, they make itty bitty ones at the movies that come in like one of those like little boxes that all the other shit comes in, and you can just like,
yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
like rack them into your mouth.
The way you describe them, it seems like I'm gonna need 8 or 9 boxes.
You got to eat 3 or 4 at a time at that point. You just don't even care.
Get yourself some snow caps to go along with it. It's a double fist of candy into your mouth like a fat fuck.
Snow caps are a bit overrated.
Snow caps are absolutely overrated. Those suck compared to regular candy.
Like as far as movie candy goes, or
gummy worms or something gummy is what I want.
I like gummies a lot. I got gummy vitamins, and it's the highlight of my day.
I'm taking way too many of my 1-a-day men's gummies, and then I'm taking too many of my fiber gummies.
2's a serving, so it's like, huh? Yeah.
Or a normal guy.
I want to be really healthy.
I need a little more iron today, I think. Maybe a lot more.
Genuinely dangerous to do that. Yeah.
For movie snacks, I really like popcorn, honestly, if it's good. But I gotta it makes you so thirsty. I'm drinking way too much of my soda, and I'm getting fucking. I'm gonna have to go piss. Which I don't
if we're
like
talking general snacks, then obviously
movie snacks
at the movies, popcorn is king. That's what I always get if I'm getting a snack. But if it's candy alone, miss me with your fucking snow caps. I want some sort of gummy bear, not Sour Patch Kids though. Those are too sour. I don't do well. With sour.
I like those.
No,
I like sour candies. I loved Warheads as a kid, but at the movies, I almost never get candy. But if I do, I get the Butterfinger bites.
Yeah, I like buying my $9 diet soda and my popcorn. That's what you go with.
I usually overpay for water.
Wait, what is a butter bite?
I like Goobers.
Butterfingers.
Goobers and Raisinets are both good.
Oh, Raisinets.
Junior Mints. Those are among my favorites for movie snacks.
It's a Junior Mint. Yeah, I like Junior Mints.
Yeah, I'm with you on the chocolate covered anything. Obviously, is good. I like the chocolate covered peanuts, the chocolate covered raisins. Even more so, I like the yogurt covered raisins. Those are one of my favorite snacks.
Those.
And even
those are
better, the yogurt covered pretzels. I saw them when I was in line at the grocery store. I was just, they put them right up here. Those bastards.
I like sharing the popcorn. Like I like popcorn, but I also feel like I'm doing something with someone when we're sharing a popcorn.
Yeah, I always buy my own popcorn. And
well, you don't just get the big.
No, I'm joking. I buy the big one and then
I've got like a movie Crown Club card, so like I get to refill the popcorn unlimited times when I'm there. So, but like,
how much popcorn could you possibly eat?
Right.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, you pour it on the floor and get a fresh one, right? That's not everyone.
This popcorn is cold.
Immediately dump it into her purse and go back for more.
You got a hefty bag rigged up, and here you come out 30 pounds heavier.
Like Santa
in my
Claus.
shirt.
I've like the slickest.
So there's a trail of kernels following you to your car. You can't prove anything. Sprinting there, they're calling him the Popcorn Bandit. So far, he's stolen over $60 from AMC. Here's what the manager has to say. Please, this isn't a big deal. Leave, please.
The slickest move I think I've ever made. I've talked about this before though. Like we didn't have time for lunch, and we were going to watch a long ass movie. I don't remember what it was. It was going to be like a 2-hour 45, 3-hour long movie, and we were hungry, so we went to Chipotle, and we got fucking chicken burritos. Threw them in her purse, took them into the movies, and we had fucking burritos. That was the best thing ever. It was good. It's a food that you can actually eat at the movies without a whole tray and everything, like at one of those what are they called?
Dine-ins or whatever.
Yeah, because like I want to do that because that seems pretty cool to like get a full meal and everything and have the table in front of you.
I like reclining though. I like the ones where I can recline, and if anything, have that little airplane kind of table that you rotate in front of yourself.
I'd like a bed.
No, I'd fall asleep. It's so nice and relaxing.
Oh wait, you guys are staying awake all movie?
Woody's like, this is great. Some people pay $80 an hour for a massage. I buy a movie ticket and I'm rested as shit. I'm feeling good. $9.25 and I'm out of it. When's the last time you guys went to a movie? Because of the COVID, it's been a while.
I definitely saw Endgame at the movie theater.
That was it.
I can't even remember.
Last time I went was Endgame.
Joker. Yeah. Joker would be the last time.
I saw Joker at the movie
Joker.
Theater.
Yeah. Whichever one came out. I think it was Joker. Yeah.
Definitely
saw another Joker was the last
around the same time as Joker at the movie theater. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Shit, I don't know. I've seen a lot of good movies lately. 1917 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood were both fucking 9 out of 10s. 1917 was really fucking cool though, because it's a war movie. It's a true story, and it's filmed in a very unique way to make it appear to be a one-shot film. Like there are no fucking cuts. It's so slick with the camera work.
Hey, watch it.
Does it have Rob Stark in it? Oh.
If it does, I didn't recognize him.
Lieutenant Joseph Blake.
Maybe he's right at the end. Maybe he's like a character that you see for like 10 minutes at the very end of the movie.
I must be thinking of a different movie about how long it is. This is only 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent. The 2 hours is gone quickly.
Is it more actiony, like tons of action, or is it, interspersed kind of like Saving Private Ryan?
More like Saving Private Ryan.
Well, then that's a good weather vein of a good movie.
The premise of the film is that, it's World War One, so like they're still communicating by wire, and the Germans have fallen back, and the British are making a huge advance. Mm-hmm. But Command has discovered that the Germans have only pulled back to draw the British in. It's a trap that they've been planning for like a year. And so they pick 2 soldiers to go warn this unit of 1,600 men, I believe, that their attack that's happening tomorrow has to be called off because it's a huge trap. They've got aerial surveillance, like planes flying over. They can see the buzzsaw that the Brits are about to just charge headlong into. And so they pick a man whose brother is in that unit, and he picks his best friend to go with him. And so they are on foot, just the 2 of them, trying to travel a good distance, like 20 miles, I don't know, something like that, but across like World War I battlefields and the woods and all sorts of like stuff between them and where they've got to go. And it's really fucking good. The action shots are incredible.
I got to watch it then. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, very, very. There's some, I don't know. Good. It's a good movie. World War One. Not.
There's lots of good war movies out there, but enough about World War II. Enough about Nazi movies. There's so many other wars we could be doing shit on, and it's the same thing. It feels like 8 out of 10 times. It's like, what are we doing this time? Well, it's a World War II movie. Come on.
Like, let's put this thing to the test. Is it as good as I say it? Like server. Does it have 1917, a movie that just came out last year? It might. In HD at twice the bit rate of Netflix. So
do not share that with me.
Does it have it in 4K though?
It doesn't.
I don't give a fuck. Share it. Yeah, definitely.
Taylor, it's worth your $4 to watch this shit in 4K. It's
$4 here, $4
candy
there.
Bars I could get for $4 to eat while I'm watching my free movie.
4 candy bars.
Maybe
4
3.
candy bars.
Or
maybe
400 pounds of popcorn. Either way.
Or guess what? I can get 10 if I steal it. They're not going to chase me for candy. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, there you go. Just steal the movie and the candy.
And then I'll sit here like a king eating my free candy and watching my free movie. And I'm going to run into a 7-Eleven and steal a bunch of lemonade and then run out in my own cup. And
just sitting there with your stolen candy and your stolen movie coming through your 4
They literally have
bills.
free refills and Taylor's stealing it anyway.
I know. No, I'm taking a McDonald's cup, walking into a mobile on the run, going over to their fountain drink, filling up with a diet, Dr. Pepper or whatever. They're like, sir, you should use our cups. I'm like, oh, I know. Sir, you have to pay for that. I know. I understand. I just walk right past them, straight out the door. Sir, I hear you. Yeah.
You've got that backpack hydration rig.
I got a fucking Camelback. I'm filling up with Dr. Pepper. Sir, I'm making a suicide. I'm trying to enjoy free candy with my free movie. What are you going to do? Call the police and tell them I'm stealing 4 cents of soda? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I think I'm gonna go watch Tenet this weekend. I'm gonna brave the COVID and watch it.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to, because here in Los Angeles that movie theaters aren't open, but Orange County there are. So I'm gonna drive like an hour and a half, go see a movie.
I know you told us about it. Can you refresh us while you're excited?
Yeah, it's another Christopher Nolan movie. It looks like Black James Bond with some like crazy sort of like mind bending stuff going on at the same time. I didn't want any spoilers, so I've like only watched like fragments.
Who's the main actor?
This black guy. I don't know him.
His name is John David Washington.
He's new to me.
And he was in Spike Lee's movie. What was it?
The Five Bloods.
No.
American Klansman.
And he's fantastic in it, by the way. But So then all right. Well, then I won't say any more, Kyle, because I don't want to spoil it.
It looks cool. It looks cool. It looks like I said,
awesome.
it looks like he's doing James Bond style stuff, but reality isn't. Almost in like a Matrix style reality in some.
It's like Inception. It's sort of like an Inception.
Inception, yeah.
I can't wait.
The huge fucking blockbuster that the trailer just came out for is fucking Dune, though. Yeah. I'm so hyped for fucking Dune. Oh, yeah. They've made a Dune movie with like a gigantic budget, and it looks badass. It looks so good. Lots of Marvel Cinematic Universe characters are like playing supporting roles. It looks great.
The Dune movie. Did you guys ever see the old Dune?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah, it's rough.
I hated that movie. That movie was.
It's bad, and I like it.
I agree, Bruce. I fucking hated it. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Man. I disliked it as a kid. My mind is open now.
It's I watched the director's cut a few years ago because I'd never seen it before. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch the director's cut. I like David Lynch, right? I think it's David Lynch, right? That directed it.
David Lynch, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like the sci-fi garbage just pouring out of it. And I hear the book is good, but
the books,
I've heard the book is they're good. I don't know. I've never read the books, but I'm really excited for this Dune because of the director Villeneuve, who did Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, it looks crazy. The worm looked amazing. Who plays Aquaman? Momoa or something like that?
Jason Momoa, yeah.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is playing like Patrick Stewart's part. You know, he's like Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides is your main character, and the original Patrick Stewart was like his like combat trainer, and his father's like second in command, security officer type guy, and he was always teaching Paul to like master himself and teach him combat, and it looks like Jason Momoa is playing that role in this one. I want to say that the guy playing the Duke, like the sludge guy from Planet Shithole.
That the guy like, who floats around and flies for no reason,
and always covered in.
All he does is float up, and you're like, oh, he's gonna do something crazy, like transform, and then he just goes.
That was like Bautista. I'm pretty sure that was Bautista, right? Am I wrong? That's Bautista, and I think there's another Marvel actor in there somewhere else that I saw, but I can't recall. But looks great. Looks super high budget. I'm hoping that it's going to be like a trilogy, and they're not just going to do the full story in one movie, because it's a big story.
I'm watching The Boys now, the superhero movie with the bad superheroes. I know you don't want spoilers, but I think I can say this, and it won't. They're not giving the Deep, who is the Aquaman-like character, very much respect. And every time they dog on him, I'm like, that's the character I identify most with. Could you give him a high?
You identify most with the womanizer?
I was a swimmer, and they joke that I'm Aquaman on the show, and somehow I've adopted that even internally. And he's, and I was raised on the beach. I was a lifeguard. I was a water guy for decades, and then there's a water guy superhero, and he's
shitty. He's a terrible superhero.
He's a terrible person, and apparently not a very good superhero either. And
no, useless. Protecting oil rigs, literally from what? Sharks.
Like Taylor, there's a lot of dangers facing oil rigs. And
most of the planet is covered in water. All right, his domain is 3 times bigger than all those other superheroes combined.
It's like me having super strength only in my bathroom. Like, what's the point?
What'd you say, Taylor? I'd cut you off.
It's like having super strength in your own bathroom, and that's it. You walk out and
you just lure the bad guy in there, and GG.
Time to max out. Bring my barbell up. I want to see in The Boys. I haven't watched any of it other than I haven't watched any of season 2. That one character who's just Captain America, the equivalent of Captain America, whatever his name is.
Superman.
Homelander.
Homelander.
Well, he's
the guy
Superman.
who's a clone of Homelander.
Dark noir.
Yeah, the guy who's just like, you take his head, like at some point they're gonna take his mask off and it's just gonna be Homelander looking at himself in there, right? Yeah, and like I want to see them fight, because Homelander doesn't even have a sword. His clones got weapons.
People, I don't know how much. I don't want to spoil much, and I don't know how much people. I only know this because I watch YouTube videos about the comics. But Dark Noir is apparently Homelander, and some of the awful things that Homelander has to live with and has no memory of were actually done by Dark Noir, his clone, and they just held Homelander responsible for it. It's kind of this big fucked up situation.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's news to me on that one, at least in the comics, right?
Yeah, right. I think I'm gonna probably start watching tomorrow when the new episode comes out. So I'll have 4 episodes in front of me. I don't want to be so far behind that I'm just avoiding spoilers every week. So I'll probably start tomorrow, or at least this weekend.
They're great. The show has really not missed a step at all.
I love season 1.
I think that the show won't follow the comics that closely. That's my prediction, because I think the show has legs, and the comics have like 2 seasons worth of material, and the show could go on for 7.
Okay. All right.
So I suspect they're not going to try to really do a great adaptation. They're making their own thing eventually.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really great.
But
I like it. I wish that Preacher had been made by a network like Amazon. It was made on AMC, and they were really handcuffed because its material is just as adult, if not more so than The Boys. And to try to make that on AMC was just like, they were just handcuffed. They couldn't really do what they wanted to do, and it wasn't that. I liked it. I watched it all. Last season was a acid trip. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, it really was.
It felt like it was edited badly. I was like, wait, what? Did y'all just like delete like 20 minutes and just sandwich it together anyway?
I was really surprised that AMC let that show finish, because I'm pretty sure nobody was watching it. Like, I was the only person that was watching.
You and me.
Yeah.
We got 2 tonight. I think it's Kyle and Bruce. Yeah, it is.
I had a hard time. There's a character who has like an anus mouth.
Yeah, butthole mouth man. Yeah.
Yeah. He got his blown off.
You don't like to listen to butthole mouth?
I don't like hearing him talk, and I really don't like seeing him talk. And I flat out, I think that's really the primary reason I stopped watching the show. The butthole mouth dude.
Every time he comes on screen, you're just again with the asshole kid.
It's bad.
There's a part where there's a part where the preacher is in an argument with him, and he's like, "Damn it, just go to hell." And because he has the voice of God, you have to do whatever he says. So I think the character's name is Eugene, and he just like falls through the floor like magic style and literally goes to hell. and he like stands up and like dusts himself off, and he's like, oh no. I really like the Nutter Butters. I like peanut butter just about anything, but you're so wrong about the fucking Reese's Cups. Like, I'll tell you the perfect example of, and when I learned this, it's when I was a kid and it was Easter, and my mom would get us these Easter eggs, and don't think an Easter egg. They were these peanut butter Easter eggs that they made at some sort of bakery somewhere.
You're holding your hands in the size of a human head. Is that what?
That's the size they were. They were this. It was like a baked potato. Think of the biggest baked potato you've ever had. It's that of peanut butter coated in like a tiny amount of chocolate, just enough to cover the peanut butter up, essentially.
Just enough to keep it together.
And as like chocolate,
as a 12-year-old, you get like 8 mouthfuls in, and you're just like have a stomach ache immediately.
This is the best day of my life.
You're like, how do I even preserve this for later? I need a Ziploc bag. It was so bad.
Yeah, but you're attributing that nonsense, and that does sound nonsensical, having a football amount of peanut butter with a thin coating, like the Earth's crust of chocolate. That's ridiculous. What I'm talking about, the reject Christmas trees that are pumped out to be Easter eggs, those ones, that's a perfect ratio. It is a thick amount of chocolate on a bigger amount of peanut butter.
The more chocolate, the better. The peanut butter should be a special treat on the inside. I don't need 50-50 peanut butter. I want like 70-30.
No, when it comes to this kind of candy, I'm about equity. I want about a 50-50 split.
What's your number one movie snack?
Popcorn.
You don't give a fuck about calories. You're picking what you want because you're a big boy.
I'm gonna eat crab leg and smoke a cigar. Just
get him out of here.
watching the Shawshank Redemption. I'm just like,
more butter.
If you want to go that direction, Kyle.
Mister's got him good, huh? Crap.
Nothing, Matt. One time we snuck out of Cisco early. We watched a movie. We brought 5 guys and beer with us. I had like some sort of beer cider thing.
I did the same thing, but not 5 guys. I went to Chipotle. And my girlfriend and I went go to Chipotle. It was like right next to the movie theater in Buford, in the Mall of Georgia, and we put 2 of those honking gigantic fucking Chipotle burritos in her purse. It smelled like chicken the rest of the day. It was great. And then we got some large fountain drinks and we had our Chipotle burritos, and it was amazing because we hadn't eaten dinner yet. We had timed this thing really poorly, and it was just like we'll do both at the same time. I don't want to miss
purse upgrade, right? What did it smell like before? Foundation or something?
Leather and fucking foundation. Yeah. Get out of here.
Chicken's way better. I bet your dog would agree.
Yeah.
This was probably. Oh, go ahead.
I like popcorn. I like the standard popcorn. I do like butter on it, but I like popcorn a lot. I think it's the
classic popcorn. That's
you get so much of it that like it seems like a great deal, even though that like it costs nothing to them and it's costing you like $8. It lasts through the whole movie. Like there's no way I can finish an entire popcorn.
Like when I get candy, or this is why I think I haven't got candy at a movie since I was like 7, and because like then you get your one little box of candy. And before the previews are over, you're a kid and you're so excited, you eat half of it. And then the rest of the movie, half of your attention is diverted to candy rationing. Whereas with popcorn, you're just eating like a king the whole time. And when you're done, it's like, oh, this 3 quarts, just fucking dump it out. And
another S tier candy, and neither one of you are going to even come close to agreeing. Chocolate covered raisins.
Oh, no, I'm with you. Yeah, no, you won't find any fight here.
I fucking love chocolate covered raisins.
Loser podcast am I a member of? Chocolate covered raisins up there. You guys are lame as shit.
At the tippity top. And you know what? One level below them is the yogurt covered raisin, the white yogurt covered raisin. So
it's like
fucking good.
Tangy chocolate covered raisin.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Kyle's on target with this. And Taylor, I thought you knew more about candy. I would have looked at you as a man who knew his candy, and I'm not feeling it.
With like
your mom made you brush your teeth 3 or 4 times a day, I bet.
Yeah, I brushed my teeth all the time. Didn't fix my bite though.
See.
Yeah, so you're insane. You at least have to move it down a tier. It does not deserve to be there with Reese's. And I'll say Twix, I'll put that in the top 2. I like Twix a lot.
Twix are very fucking good, but I'm going a little outside. I'm trying to stay away from like the core candy bars because Twix, Snickers, and Reese's just kind of own everything as far as that goes. Although I'm a big Almond Joy fan too. Milky Way's garbage.
Oh, we've had this argument before. I forgot.
If Milky Ways were just, if I had one of those deals where you win a lifetime supply of Milky Way, there's just going to be endless crates of them at your house, I would sell that membership for whatever I could get for it because I would have no fucking interest.
Get a jar of salted peanuts and then just kind of push some into the top, and now it's a Snickers.
I'm not creating my own candy bar at home. First of all, they're just
have infinite free candy for life, and you can't spring for what 50 candy bars worth
planters.
And you just push those in, and that.
You push them in. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. Milky Way are mush. Milky Way are fucking mush. They hurt my teeth. They're so mushy. I need some substance in my candy bar, which is why my third selection is the chocolate covered pretzel. Salty, sweet, chocolatey, and a crunch.
That doesn't.
Salt and chocolate are underrated. Kyle's got some solid. Oh, you know what's good? Almond M&Ms.
The peanut M&M only. I won't even touch a regular M&M.
Your almond M&M is the best.
You know what's actually pretty good? Those M&Ms. It's not a peanut M&M. It's got like the Reese's peanut butter inside the M&M.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
No. Because Reese's Pieces, it's a ridiculous ratio and they suck. These are big M&Ms with like it's like the size of a peanut butter or a peanut M&M.
Just get a jar of peanut butter and get it fuck over with. This is way too much peanut butter.
I eat peanut butter out of the jar it is ice cream sometimes.
That sounds really good, actually.
It's so good.
Everybody likes peanut butter.
But you know it's so bad. While you're eating peanut butter. And then you like have a nice spoonful of peanut butter and you're like, oh, that can't be right.
All right. So, do you have HBO Max, Woody?
No, but I did hear an announcement today. I think that's where you're headed.
Let me read the announcement. From the Warner Brothers will release its entire 2021 slate of films on HBO Max the same day they hit theaters. This is going to include Dune, Matrix 4, Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. King Kong, The Suicide Squad, Tom and Jerry, and many more. Basically, every Warner Brothers film that hits theaters this year will hit fucking HBO Max the same day at no additional cost.
I love it. So HBO Max, in my head, I could be wrong on this, but I always viewed it as like one of the other ones, right? You don't get HBO Max unless you already have Netflix and probably Amazon Prime.
They divided it. They divided it with the Go and the Now. They really fucking shot themselves.
I hear
in the
you.
foot
It's
there.
it's confusing to me. I don't know how they stack rank, which ones I'm supposed to get, etc. And HBO Max, to me, you remember your Morgan is a good fourth car. HBO Max is a good like fifth or sixth streaming service, right?
Fifth subscription.
But now that it's going to have like, it's no longer old movies you want to rewatch or something that caught your interest 2 or 3 years ago that you never caught. It is now new releases, current events in terms of media. It bumps it way up the list.
Well, they got to do it. They got to. It's probably. I bet you the movie houses are subsidizing it. You know what I mean? Because they're probably not having to pay the theaters. You know, they don't have to. Or
Obviously,
however,
yeah.
how does that ecosystem work? Wait, who pays who there? The theater,
movie theater pays them. They have to buy the film.
So, do you think HBO is buying the film from Universal or from Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers.
How do you think that works?
They're paying Warner Brothers a huge amount. They must be to get the rights to these films on opening day. And it would never have happened if it weren't for COVID, because the movie, the theater industry is suffering so much. Like profits are down. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like $4 billion to $300 million or something.
So, Kyle, prediction.
But here's a question though: without opening day, and Woody, I'll let you have your prediction time. Before that, without opening day, without an in-person opening day, does fucking opening day mean anything?
Nope.
Other than like you can go back to Twitter and comment about it like that day or whatever the fuck. Like it just doesn't. Who gives a shit if it's opening day if it's streaming at your house? Watch that shit on Tuesday. Who cares?
I still really prefer going to a theater. As soon as I can again, I will. But this is going to be awesome.